Good morning. I don't even know what day we're on now. It is day 9 of my Orlando solo trip. Today I'm going to Magic Kingdom. I have a Keys to the Kingdom tour this morning, so I'm going to take a minivan because there's no other way to get there on time. I won't be able to record it all during that, but I will show you some Magic Kingdom at some point today. I also have a dessert party tonight. The seats, I think it's called Seats and Sweets now. When I went in 2022, I blew it on. It was Seats and Treats. So while I won't be able to record any of the tour, I will record anything else that I do today at Magic Kingdom. But I'm gonna go over to the lounge in about 10 minutes and get breakfast and hope that I can get a minivan by 7:30 to take me directly to Magic Kingdom.
I'm going to have you guys jump on down to this stroller line over here to the far side.
9 a.m. In the meantime, please enjoy.
It's a wedding.
What's that? Sunday what?
I am done with my tour. I am actually headed back in a minivan again because my feet hurt so bad. I need to just sit down and I can just like watch right here, and I have like, you know, the timer on my phone. I don't know why I sound hoarse, but I will definitely share details of what I thought. I really liked it. I'm really glad I did it. I got to see some really cool stuff that I wouldn't otherwise have gotten to see. So I'm gonna head back to the hotel for a little bit, rest, and then I'll be back here tonight for the dessert party, and probably not any other attractions. I don't know. But I am coming back Friday with Kelly. I got this where there was caramel bar yesterday and forgot about it. So I'm gonna try it. Oh. Yeah. Yes. 1,000 times yes. Yep. Absolutely. That is amazing. Oh yeah. I'm going to Epcot tomorrow. I already put on my list that I need to go to Germany to the Caramel Couche, I think it's called, where they have like the caramel popcorn. Oh, this is dangerous. They had several different Werther's things, but I just got this. Promptly forgot about it. And yeah, that's good. Yeah, very rich, but by far and away, probably the best Disney baked good I've ever bought, like in one of the bakeries. Oh yeah, very, very good. So I was gonna kind of tell a little bit about the Keys to the Kingdom tour. I don't want to give away any of the stuff I learned, but kind of the process. It meets in, I think it's called Town Square Hall. I had to ask several people. I was told City Hall first, went there, like, oh no, it's over there. Meanwhile, I think I had a little clip of it, but there was a wedding going on this morning in the Magic Kingdom. And so they had like the Cinderella carriage out, which was super cool. And I had to like cross the street because I was going to interrupt the wedding. But finally got in there, and you check in. They give you a laminated menu. Today we were at Columbia Harbor House. I've also heard that they've done Pecos Bills in the past. I'm from Texas. It is Pecos. It is not Pecos. I think Kelly said it differently too, and I'm like, how are you a Texan? Pecos, maybe is what she said. She's so cute. She's so wrong. I love you. But anyway, so I've heard they've done Pecos Bills in the past. But It was Columbia Harbor House today, which is fine with me because I like to get their chicken strips. So that's what I ordered. And then you order your drink, but you go to the girls that are in charge, or the people, they were girls today, that were in charge of the food thing. They give you a complimentary bottle of Dasani, and I'll tell you a little bit about that in a minute. So I put that bottle of water in my backpack because I'm gonna need that later. And we got a listening device because, you know, it gets really loud in the Magic Kingdom. That way you can hear the tour guide, and it's just a little earpiece that goes over your ear, and you have like the pack like on a lanyard. So that was very helpful. It does break up in a couple of spaces, like the reception's not good, but for the most part there were no problems with that. So the tour goes around most of the Magic Kingdom and goes behind the scenes. You do get to go into the utilidors. My water bottle story is we're on a restroom break in Adventureland, so I was like, oh, there's a bench right there, I'm gonna go sit down. And I went and sat down, opened my water, and set it on the bench, and then it promptly fell head first into a puddle, and I'm like, I'm not drinking out of that bottle anymore after like one sip. So that kind of stunk because I knew I was gonna get thirsty. But I had the forethought to order water with my lunch, so I had a water bottle the rest of the day once we ate lunch. I'm trying to think what other key things. So we did get a pin, which I think I showed you a clip of. They had lunch all set up upstairs for us in Columbia Harbor House when it was lunchtime, and you have your little. It was another name tag because I had a little pin on the back, but it was not the solid one that I got in the morning. It was like a fold-over one, but I didn't even think to pick it up until at the end, and then there is a pen. So that was really cool. And they also gave us cupcakes, which they said were very. Is it very merry on birthday? Is that how the song goes in Alice in Wonderland? Anyway, very merry, very, maybe I'm just confusing it with a very merry Christmas party, but very unhappy birthday. No, very happy unbirthday. That's what it is. So it was a very happy unbirthday cupcake. And I have not eaten it. It is in my backpack. I will forget about that until probably Sunday when I leave. But it's only Tuesday. It's so wild. It feels like it should be Thursday or Friday already. So that was nice, those little extras. And then we got a swatch of fabric from some of the 50th anniversary costumes. And it's, little Mickey, and it's mounted on this little card. So that was kind of a neat little thing. We got that from the costuming department. So that is the one thing I will tell you, is that we actually got to walk through the costuming department when we were in the utilidors, and I don't think that happens always. We rode 2 rides. The first one was Jungle Cruise, and the skipper handed over the mic to our tour guide so she could give us backstage, or not backstage, but like kind of a history lesson about it, which was really interesting. A lot of it I knew because I'm a massive Disney parks nerd, and so I tend to consume stuff like that. And then we also rode Haunted Mansion, which is my favorite at Magic Kingdom. So that one of my 3 favorites. And if you're curious what the other 2 are, they're Pirates and the People Mover. But anyway, so we did that. It was about 5 hours long, and there's a lot of walking, which is fine, but my toes really, really hurt. So my feet are killing me. But all in all, it was a really good experience, and I'm glad I did it. And I think like the people in my life that are Disney people would also really enjoy it. I believe the age limit is 16 and up, so it's not something that Ellie could do yet, or that Kaylin could do yet, because they're both 13. Ellie will be 14 next month. But so it is pretty much an adults only tour. And you do take restroom breaks throughout the tour, but once you go into the backstage area, there are no restrooms that you can use. So just if you are somebody that needs access to a restroom at all times, that might be something to take into consideration, that you are not able to use the restrooms once you're in the backstage areas. But yeah, it was informative. I did learn some things for sure, and I really enjoyed it. So I would highly recommend it if you are a Disney nerd like I am, especially if you're a Disney Parks nerd and like the history of Disney World and Disneyland, because a lot of that came into play when you like kind of taking a peek behind the curtain, if you will. I did minivan over, and I minivanned back because I was shot. I think I did mention these things, but I remember when minivans first became a thing, I feel like it was like a flat rate no matter where you were going on property. It was like $40, or no, maybe it was $20. It was something like that. It was not particularly cheap. It still wasn't, and I gave both my drivers a really good tip. They were great. They're Disney cast members, you know, so they were both really awesome. They talked to me the whole time, which usually if I'm in an Uber or Lyft, I don't want to talk, but in this case, it's a little bit different because they're a Disney person. So, and it was a short drive both ways. But here's the frustrating part about this to me. Not the minivan in and of itself, but my tour started at 8 and it said to check in 15 minutes before. But there's no transportation that was going to get me there according to the websites and everything. So I'm like, I'm not sure how I'm supposed to get to the park if the transportation isn't actually running yet and all these things. So it caused me a lot of anxiety, and I had to keep checking to see if I could get a minivan at the exact time I needed it because I didn't want to go too early, but I definitely didn't want to be late. But I get there and there's like hundreds of people already. How did those hundreds of people get there if there wasn't transportation? The transportation had to be running, because even if you drive there, you still have to get from the TTC to the Magic Kingdom, and all those people weren't taking a minivan, because if you take just a regular Lyft or an Uber, they're going to drop you off at the TTC also. So there had to be transportation running. I'm sure some people could have been staying at the monorail resorts and walked over, but I'm very confused about that. So I still don't quite understand, because it looks like I didn't have to take a minivan. But anyway, I did end up taking one back because my feet hurt so bad, and I couldn't stand the thought of like standing and waiting in line for a bus. And the ferry had just left from Magic Kingdom to go back to here to Wilderness Lodge. Meanwhile, my freckles are popping like I have been in the sun. So anyway, I did come back. My room was done, so that was nice. I am going back probably around 7 to get there by 8:20 for the fireworks dessert party. I am doing the seats and suites. I'm pretty sure I've already mentioned this, but I'm really looking forward to it. I was just talking to my mom. I was like, yeah, I'm going to the dessert party tonight. She was like, that was just so nice, because she really enjoyed it when we went last time 2 years ago. So I am looking forward to that. Tomorrow's an Epcot day. I'm going to hit the things that I missed, which wasn't a lot. I got to most everything. But, you know, there are a couple of things. Like, I like going to the American Adventure, not because I'm particularly patriotic at all, but it is nostalgia for me, because when I was a little girl, the first time we came to Disney when Epcot had opened, this was actually our second trip, but Epcot wasn't open the first time we came. There was one day where we went with my grandparents and my parents, and my parents took Parrish to the Magic Kingdom, and then my grandparents took me to Epcot for the day, and that was the first time I saw the American Adventure. And so I definitely want to see it. I would like to see the Canada movie, because I know that Catherine O'Hara and Eugene Levy like narrate it. If you don't know who that is, if you are familiar with Schitt's Creek, they were Johnny and Moira Rose. But I've been a huge Catherine O'Hara fan since I was tiny, from like the SCTV days that they were both on. SCTV was a Canadian equivalent, kind of, to Saturday Night Live in the late 70s, early 80s. And I remember it being on Friday nights when I was a kid here in the US. So, and I was a big Catherine O'Hara fan then. And then, of course, she did Beetlejuice and Home Alone, and then Schitt's Creek. And so I adore her. I think she is wonderful. So I want to see it just for that reason. And then I want to hit Test Track. I'd like to do Soarin' again, maybe do Spaceship Earth again, and just kind of do that in the morning and then come back for the day and then maybe go back for Luminous tomorrow night. I finally remember the name, Luminous. So, because Kelly gets in, she should be here at the hotel tomorrow night by midnight. So, which I'm very excited about. I cannot wait to see her, and I cannot wait to do Disney with her. So Kelly is also a Disney Parks fan, and she's been 3 times, actually since our first date back in 2015. And I remember us talking about that on that date, and me like having this image in my mind of bringing her and Kaylin here, because Kaylin I think was 4 at the time. You know, she and Ellie are the same age. And so, yeah, I'm really excited to be able to share this resort with her in person and be able to share some of this trip with her. If I could have gone back and redone it, and it could have been the 2 of us, I absolutely would have. But I know she has obligations. She has a child at home. We can't just leave completely unattended for 2 weeks. So anyway, I'm very happy she's going to be here for part of it. And we're going to get to close out this trip together. And you guys will see her. So, that was a lot of words to say what I said. That was 13 minutes of talking. So I hope you enjoyed it. But I'm just going to relax for the rest of the afternoon and hope that my feet feel a little bit better before I go back to the Magic Kingdom. And honestly, I'll probably wear flip-flops tonight because I don't think I can put them back in tennis shoes, because there's just something about tennis shoes on my toes that are not compatible. It's very rude. It's very rude. So. I'm headed back to the Magic Kingdom. Oh my gosh, there's bugs everywhere. For the dessert party. Going a little bit early. I might see what shenanigans I can get into in Tomorrowland. Well, my good luck with not missing boats, monorails, and buses has ended because the boat literally just pulled away. Stormy looking, but it's not supposed to rain. Go figure.
Moment's notice to scientifically find and evaluate your
3.8 gigawatts, 4.7 gigawatts, 7, 8, 9, 2.3 gigawatts.
Disney's Carousel of Progress. You're in for a real treat. The
I'm headed to check in for the dessert party. Did the Monsters Inc. laugh floor and Carousel of Progress. And now it's time. It is windy and dark. I ended up getting the exact same table my family had last time we did the dessert party. which is weird since it's a table for 4.
Hey, can I see my phone?